Paulo Avelino confirms marriage plans. Chiu in tears. Hi there, welcome to Celeb Buzz, the hotspot for everything celebrity. From red carpet reveals to behind the scenes drama, we've got the buzz you crave. If you love staying in the loop, hit subscribe, tap that bell, and share the love with your friends. Let's dive into today's celeb scoop. The room fell silent the moment the words were spoken. When Paulo Avelino finally opened up about marriage plans, the reaction was instant and unforgettable. Across the room, Chiu was visibly overwhelmed, her eyes filling with tears that spoke louder than any statement. Whether whispered in an intimate conversation or shared in an emotional moment, the idea of marriage suddenly felt real, powerful, and deeply moving for everyone who witnessed it. For a long time, fans sensed that Kim and Paulo were building something far more serious than a fleeting romance. Their connection has always felt deliberate, steady, thoughtful, and rooted in emotional depth. So when talk of marriage entered the picture, it didn't feel rushed or surprising. Instead, it felt like the natural next step in a story that has been unfolding slowly, with care and intention. Paulo's approach to love has never been loud. Known for his introspective nature, he chooses his words carefully, especially when it comes to matters of the heart. That's why the confirmation of marriage plans, no matter how quietly expressed, carried so much weight. It wasn't just a promise, it was a declaration of readiness. Readiness to commit, to build a life, and to choose one person every single day. Kim's emotional response said everything. The tears were not of shock, but of release, tears that come when something long hoped for finally feels within reach. For someone who has experienced love in the public eye, along with its pressures and heartbreaks, this moment symbolized reassurance. It was the realization that this love was not temporary, not uncertain, but something solid and enduring. Those close to the pair often describe Kim as someone who loves deeply and sincerely. She gives her whole heart, but only when she feels safe. Paulo, with his calm presence and emotional maturity, seems to offer exactly that. His willingness to speak about marriage reflects not only his feelings, but also his respect for Kim and the future they could share. Fans reacted with an explosion of emotion. Social media buzzed with messages of joy, disbelief, and heartfelt support. Many said they were moved not by the idea of a wedding itself, but by the authenticity of the moment. In a world filled with performative romance, Kim and Paulo's story feels refreshingly real, two people choosing commitment not for show, but for love. What makes this moment especially powerful is its simplicity. There were no grand theatrics, no dramatic announcements. Just honesty, vulnerability, and a shared understanding that forever is something worth planning. Kim's tears captured that truth perfectly. Love, when it's real, doesn't need spectacle, it needs sincerity. Of course, with public figures, every emotional moment becomes a topic of speculation. But beyond the rumors and headlines lies something universal. The idea of two people reaching a point where marriage is no longer a distant concept, but a heartfelt intention, resonates deeply with anyone who has ever loved. Whether the plans unfold quietly or eventually take center stage, one thing is clear: this moment has already etched itself into the hearts of fans. Paulo Avelino speaking about marriage, and Chiu's emotional response, reflect a love that has grown strong enough to imagine a lifetime. And sometimes, that single realization, we're ready for forever, is enough to bring even the strongest hearts to tears. That's the latest from Celeb Buzz. If you enjoyed the scoop, smash that like button, subscribe for more star-studded updates, and don't forget to ring the bell so you never miss a beat. Share this video with your fellow celeb fans, and we'll see you in the next buzz.